Alrighty, first off the bat, we got more news on those mysterious Bandai Namco Godzilla action figures that were pretty much released out of the blue. The pre-orders went up on Big Bad Toy Store to the surprise of everybody that, well, there's going to be, for the first time since Trendmasters back in the 90s, Godzilla action figures on store shelves. The figures are going to retail for about $27.99, which I know is going to sound a little bit pricey, but once you take a look at these guys, you might see why. So the line is two figures off the bat. It is the Final Wars Godzilla and pretty much the 2003 version of Kiro, which, there's not a lot of difference between the 2002 and 2003. So it's just pretty much pulling hairs at this point. But we got to look at the packaging and how these bad boys are going to look in person. They were on display at a toy show in Tokyo, and we got to look at the full details of what we're getting. So you get a beam effect with both figures, which is pretty cool. And they come on a blister card, which is exciting for especially old school toy collectors. There's nothing better than getting that blister card hanging right off that peg. These guys look pretty good. Again, these are action figures. You're not getting SH Monster Arts quality. And also, you're not probably going to get the detailing that some of the older Bandai vinyls would give you. But if you got kids or you're an action figure collector, these look like they're going to be right up your alley. I'm quite excited to see what this line is going to offer because I've always wanted a proper movie detailed versions of Godzilla and his friends. I know the Trendmasters figures did their best, but those were also very comic book style figures. You got pretty close to what they looked like in the movies, but movie accurate, that's a big sell for me. These guys go on sale in July, and hopefully we hear more from this line. CCP Japan revealed a brand new Gamera garage kit. This one is based on the Netflix anime Gamera Rebirth, so it's good to see that there's more merchandise coming out of this show. It's a great show. You should be watching it. Sadly, since the series didn't do as well as many had hoped, there was fear that perhaps we might not be seeing any more merchandise out of this thing. But fear not. Good people at CCP are on it. They are collaborating with Suki Garage on this bad boy. The details on it have not been fully announced. We will get more of that in May, according to their Twitter page. But the detailing on this thing is amazing. So it's a garage kit, which means it's going to have to be built. So for model enthusiasts, this is awesome. If you're not a model maker, well, you might want to start making friends with some because this is definitely something you're going to want in your collection. And finally, Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, is getting its Japan release this week, and Toho Cinemas announced the theater exclusives. The fun thing about Japan is that they go all out on their movies. They appreciate it. While we're still kind of getting into that game out here with the popcorn buckets, now in Japan it's a whole different game. They have a bevy of merchandise that you can spend your hard-earned money on out there. Having been to a Toho Cinemas, I can tell you it's pretty awesome. Amongst the offerings, which there are quite a bit, there is the obligatory theater exclusive figure from Bandai. You're actually getting two of them. There is the standard Godzilla in a crystal white, so it kind of has the Shimo coloring, and the evolved Godzilla in a pink clear vinyl look. These are not my favorite type of figures. I know a lot of collectors love these variants, and I know that they're big in Japan. You can actually pre-order these on the Japanese Godzilla store using Bai. So I do believe they will ship to the US if you really, really want one, and you are not in Japan to attend the opening of this movie. Amongst the other offerings, there are a bevy of keychains, including little character figures. There's a Godzilla head. There is spines, axes, and so much more. Like Godzilla -1, there is a pair of collectible glasses that you can have either a regular beverage or an adult beverage out, depending on your age and your proclivities. There is a acrylic figure which these are pretty big in Japan right now. They're essentially just, kind of acrylic cutouts. They're pretty cool, and they're pretty cheap for what they are. They make perfect display stands. There's a slew of t-shirts, a little chubby light-up Godzilla that you can nab for a nightlight if you want, or just to have them look cute. There's also several other things, including clear files, a collectible coin, which is pretty standard with most of the brand new Godzilla releases. This has been going back since the 90s. And a bevy more, just so much that I'm not going to announce it here because, well, you can see for yourself.